Hello, good evening and welcome to Prime Business. I am Pius Kujubaka. Oil marketing companies are yet to review fuel prices at the pumps despite projected hikes at the pumps from this morning. We have more for you in this report.
On the pricing calendar, the oil marketing companies should have increased prices at the pumps over the weekend. Again, our checks this morning showed that a lot of the oil marketing companies have not adjusted their prices at the pumps. According to the Chamber of Oil Marketing Companies, petrol and LPG should be increased by a little over 3% per litre and kilogram, whilst that of diesel should go up by almost 4% per litre. And the reason why this increment has delayed is that most of the big oil marketing companies are looking out for what their competing firms will price before they move to change prices at the pumps. It appears competition has played a major role when it comes to pricing of petroleum products in recent times. This is because some industry persons have argued that it has played an important role when it comes to the bottom line of these companies, as well as market share.
Commissioner General of the Ghana Revenue Authority, Anthony Sapong, has hinted that the much-awaited Independent Tax Appeals Board regulation has been passed and ready to be implemented from next year. And this is in line with the 2026 budget, which seeks to make tax administration efficient to increase domestic revenue. More in this report.
The KPMG UNDP Post-Budget Forum seeks to give a platform for stakeholders to digest some key policies in the 2026 budget, as well as suggesting some initiatives to government towards its implementation. According to the Acting Commissioner General, the aim of the government is to have an efficient tax system instead of introducing new taxes. He believes that the implementation of the Tax Appeals Board will enhance the transparency in the tax payment.
When you have a tax issue, the taxpayer can boldly walk to the Tax Appeal Board and say, I disagree with what GRA is treating me in terms of taxation. The Appeal Board will sit, which is made up of professionals, former judges, tax practitioners, accountants, lawyers, and you name it. They will sit, they will look into the matter, call GRA hearers out, they'll call the taxpayer, and eventually arbitrate. What this process will do is that it's going to bring efficiency. Because typically today we all go to the court and know how our court system is. One matter can take between us 3 to 4, 5 years. The matter is not resolved. But with the Tax Appeal Board, we believe the structures will be managed and it will be finished on time. 2, it will also bring trust, because it's not just GRA determining and saying this is my position or this is our position. But with the Appeals Board, they will determine, and the taxpayer has a voice, and the taxpayer will be part of the process. So it will bring trust. And then, of course, there's transparency.
Reacting to the budget, the Association of Ghana Industries want government to partner more with the private sector to spur growth. Eric therefore represented the AGI during a panel discussion as part of the KPMG UNDP Budget Forum.
I think we should take some deliberate actions to look at these industries and what they need by engaging industry one-on-one. We've done it for the textile sector, which was virtually collapsing. Just a simple re-engineering of taxes has resulted in them surviving, and for government even increasing revenue from taxation from the textile industry. And that is why they are extending the proposal that they approved, to get them the concessions. So it is possible to meet industry, look at specific areas of interest for government in this policy formulation, and then we can create some private partnership with the private sector to take up the commercial aspects of some of its infrastructure, and both in agric, roads, and all the areas where it is spending money.
Country Managing Partner Andy Akoto describes the budget as a good document for transformation.
I believe what we really need to watch out for is the discipline of implementation. One will realize that based on our pre-budget survey, the expectations of a number of our respondents were taken care of. The budget built on a program of fiscal consolidation, which has brought a fair sense of macroeconomic stability. However, it's about time to also stimulate growth, as we all heard. KPMG continues to work with the government in areas where we can remain relevant.
The United Nations Development Programme wants government to pay more attention to micro, small and medium enterprises in the next economic year.
Ghana's digital ecosystem, Lancaster University, Ghana, in partnership with KGL Foundation, has launched an 8-week Emerging Technologies Boot Camp designed to equip students with practical skills in artificial intelligence and digital innovation. The following report has more.
Lancaster University Ghana, in partnership with the KGL Foundation, has rolled out an Emerging Technologies Bootcamp aimed at equipping students with hands-on skills in cutting-edge digital tools. The 8-week program, themed Empowering the Next Generation of Tech Innovators, brings together young learners eager to explore the evolving landscape of artificial intelligence and technology-driven solutions. Head of the Computer Science Department at Lancaster University Ghana, Dr. Pius Kwao-Gadose, said the university is committed to nurturing a new generation of students with practical skills in AI and tech innovation. He believes this will not only prepare students for the job market, but also empower them to create jobs.
We are actually looking or hoping that they gain the necessary skills that they will need for when they move on to higher education, and also employable skills for the future. I mean, 3, 4, 5 years from now, most of the job applications are going to be looking for people that have skills in these areas. I mean, apart from that, without even being employed by any companies, they should be able to also pick up some of these skills for their own personal employment.
He added that participants will be introduced to a wide range of emerging technology areas throughout the boot camp.
During this boot camp specifically, they will be first looking at introduction to computer programming, and then they'll move on to electronics and robotics, and then IoT also included, and then some AI concepts. In addition to that, we do not also want to take out ethical, legal, and social education, especially with these emerging technologies that are coming up. So that will also be part of the training. So that apart from the skills that they build, or the technical skills that they build, they are also aware of the impacts of what they are building.
Some students shared their experience.
I'm a computer science student, so when I heard about this, I knew this was an opportunity I should grab to get an open mind on the emerging technologies and things that could benefit me in my future career. I want to make codes, I want to program, I want to make systems that's going to help us, that's going to stop a lot of these problems that we are facing in our country at the moment.
I went for the Ghana Robotics competition. I have the passion to learn more about robotics and coding in AI. It has been good. The machines for the robotics and the 3D print. We are not having some in my school, but here there are a lot that I need to know about it.
The Emerging Technologies Bootcamp forms part of Lancaster University's broader strategy to promote innovation, practical learning, and youth empowerment within the country's growing tech ecosystem.
Asante Otumfuo Osei Tutu II has urged African and Caribbean nations to deepen trade and economic cooperation among themselves, describing it as essential for reclaiming their shared destiny and strengthening the ties across the world. Now, he spoke to Joy Business at the 2025 GUBA Awards held in Barbados.
The GUBA 2025 Awards, Otumfuo Osei Tutu II emphasized that enhanced trade among African and Caribbean nations would open new markets, promote investment, and accelerate development on both sides of the Atlantic.
Modern partnerships. So, the components of our theme are 3 clear imperatives: connect, build, and renew, which I spoke about this afternoon. So, let's first recognize that the term the African diaspora generally refers to the mass dispersal of people from the African continent to other parts of the world. In its scope, the term includes both involuntary or forced migration caused primarily by the transatlantic slave trade but also the trans-Saharan and Indian Ocean slave trades, and voluntary modern-day migration for economic, political, or social reasons. In short, the African diaspora includes all global communities that descended from Africa since the 15th century through voluntary and involuntary migrations. The term emphasizes the connection to the African continent, shared ancestry and potential or emotional link to the mother continent.
The Asantehene also encouraged the use of educational institutions to foster deeper understanding, recommending exchange programs and curriculum development that reflects the shared history of African and Caribbean people.
Thanks so much for being part of Prime Business. I am Pius Kojo Baka. Prime Sports is next.